Hey John, happy birthday. I think my favorite memory is all the families going down to Pacific Beach and camping out for the night. That was great.
Surprising you.
Yes.
The other surprise, I think the funny birthday story I have is when we took the $50 for sale sign and put it back on the back of the Kingpin mobile. And then we had several people leave you messages on your answering machine about how they'd go ahead and pick that $50 Kingpin wagon up. Anyways, happy birthday, John. Happy 50th. We love you. Have a great year.
Happy birthday.
John, to my woodworking, metal fabricating, badass, airbrushing, hiking, golfing, tattoo victim, bowling, and always inappropriate joke making friend, happy birthday to you.
Hey John, I just wanted to say happy birthday. I was trying to think of what I would say in this video. It's really hard to put into words, but first I'll say I've got some nuts for you.
You know, I probably shouldn't admit this, but it's hard not to admire you. You're a talented man, always making something cool, working hard. You're actively involved in your family's life. You're always there for a friend, willing to step up when taking on projects outside their level of expertise. Yet, still working full time, keeping VinWorks running, and somehow always finding the time to take on some sort of cool project at home. You know, for somebody your age, it's really incredible.
And then I guess I'll say that you and Kristen were my first friends when I got here to Seattle, and I knew you guys would be my friends forever, especially Kristen, but you did, of course. And it makes me really happy that when I finally met Brian, that you guys get along so well. And I'm not sure what that says about Brian, and then therefore what that says about me, but I am glad that you guys are friends, and I'm glad that we're friends. So I hope you have a happy birthday, and 50's old, man.
Now you might be wondering, why did he decide to do this interview without a shirt on? Well, Jamie and I were watching a surfing documentary the other day, and they weren't outside, weren't near the beach, but they were interviewing them inside a studio without shirts, and it just seemed a little awkward for both them and us watching. So naturally it seemed like a good idea. But yeah, now I'm kind of questioning it. Anyway, I hope you have a good birthday. Happy 50th, my friend.
Hey John, happy 50th birthday. Woo! Crazy to think that we've known you for half our lives.
Oh, we love you and we're so happy that you're in our life.
Here's to 50 more, brother. Cheers. Arsenal sucks.
Everybody podcast!
Hey John, happy birthday. Welcome to the 50s. We were asked to create a video about our favorite memories, and for me there's lots of them. From us playing shows with the Bumpin' Uglies, from being in a band with you and playing lead bass, playing softball, even though I'm athletically challenged, and even just going to Hawaii, which was an absolute fabulous trip. But I think one of my favorite memories of you is one that occurred after a show. And there was a pool table upstairs at this place. It was in a small space, not a lot of space to get around it to take shots. And every time I ran around the pool table to take a shot, you and Anthony would mess with me. And I could never take a really good shot. And I'm not very good at it in the first place, so it wasn't really helpful. So I got really frustrated, and I turned around and looked at you when I was going to come around that side, and looked at both of you again, and I said, in my best teacher voice, "Move." And you looked at each other, and then you looked at me, and you did one of these. I'm like going, really? I'm dealing with a bunch of 7th graders. Anyway, you always have made me laugh, and I really appreciate that about you. And so here's to many, many more years, and happy birthday.
Who's the old one now, motherfucker? Remember, from this time forward, gravity is your enemy. On a serious note, I love you like a brother, man. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Uncle John. I love you and appreciate everything you've done for me. And I hope today's amazing, and I hope one day we can record all your stories of all the hijinks you used to get in with Dad and fucking... Maybe just make a life memoir, I don't care. I just don't want to lose any of those memories because I never had to write any of my dad's stories down. And they kind of fade and get exaggerated over time and I lose it, so... We should definitely do that. I love you and happy birthday. Hope today's great. Peace.
Happy birthday, Dad. I'm so excited to finally have this party happen. We've been planning and we just want you to feel loved and we want you to actually celebrate 50 years of being an amazing dad, an amazing husband, just an all-around awesome role model, just the best person in the world. And our goal is that you feel that way, and we hope that you have just the best time being able to just relax and know that you are loved by so many people around you, and we all care for you so deeply. Happy birthday, happy 50th. I bet you thought we weren't gonna do anything, but just a month late. It's fine. Thanks, Corona. Mwah. Love you.
Happy birthday to my baby from the woman who started you on your life's journey. And yes, you will always be my baby. I don't have any particular Bumpin' Uglies memories, although I have to say the chicken song is one of my favorites. And it took me a long time, years, before I finally figured out what Bumpin' Uglies meant. Duh, that's your mom for you. You've become a great man and a good father and a good husband. And I know we've had a lot of bumps and bruises along the way and some hardships, but we have persevered and we are still here. And hopefully you'll have many, many more birthdays to come. I love you, and you'll always be that little boy that would jump into my arms. Love you, honey.
Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. Mr. John Bensini with 3 eyes. Da 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 da.
Uncle John, just wanted to wish you a happy 50th birthday and say hello to everyone else. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
$20 to $22. $12.
Sometimes he acts 25.
And sometimes he acts 16.
And I think that was kind of a loaded question because everybody's going to be like, oh, he acts so much younger than he is. But to be honest, I think you wear 50 really well. And I don't know, if I was 50, I feel like I'd be acting the same way. So I think you act your age.
Probably a dog. I feel like a lion or a tiger.
I don't know. I think he's probably a turtle.
I thought about this and it took me about 2 seconds, and I was thinking of honey badger. Because if you've seen any of the Animal Planet documentaries, I think that's pretty fitting.
He would probably be a dog, but like a German Shepherd, but not like our dog. He would be more fierce.
I think he would be an alligator. He's got a big mouth, but he's cool.
I think he smells like bananas.
A bird or a duck. I think he smells like beer.
question. This goes back, John, if you remember, when I can't remember. We were living in Ballard at the time, but you guys were ripping on me that day, and the only response I could come up with was that you smelled like low tide. So I'm gonna stick with that one and say that, yeah, you still smell like low tide.
I think he smells like icy hot on a really hard work day.
I think he smells like fresh wood because he works all day providing for our family.
Retiring. Playing basketball.
Like I said, he works to provide for our family.
You're in your shop and you're building cabinets, you're doing your own projects. You're incredibly busy. You do lots of stuff, and I think I don't really know what else you would do except maybe sculpt your booby lady back in the shed that's not finished yet, or your tiki guy.
Like he was doing the Macarena. He probably looked like he was dancing like a monkey up and down.
I don't know if I've ever seen you dance, so it's kind of like, I remember my dad dancing, and he just kind of did a little side shuffle, so I imagine it would be a variation of the same thing, right? It's kind of maybe a brother thing. And you do a little scoot to the side of your feet, little scoot over here. Either that or you twerk. That's my best guess.
5, 6, 7, 8.
I love him. I feel like he's really nice.
I honestly think he is probably the coolest person I've ever met. He's energetic, even when he should be worn out. He's fun, he's loud, I get my humor from him. He's, just so caring and so dedicated to his family and to his relationships and to his work and to who he is as a person. And he is someone that will never not be himself, and I think that's what I look up to the most about him, is he's just not afraid to be or to say whatever he wants. And I think that's really strong. And I think he rocks. He's a pretty cool dad.
Growing up, you and my dad both were like big brothers to me, and it was kind of like a best friend relationship, as much of the hazing that I did take. And you guys were always there for me. You always backed me up. I remember spending time watching you create art and always loving what you did, so much so that that's kind of where I put myself in the way of what I wanted to do with my life. And you've really been a big inspiration, and you still are. It's really cool. You're hardworking, you provide for your family, and you still have creative control and an outlet for something that you really love to do, and I really honor that and think that's something to look up to. And I don't know, I learn something from you each time that we get to spend time and work together or just hang out. And you're quick-witted, you're funny, and you always have the whole room laughing. So yeah, I mean, I feel incredibly thankful to have you as an uncle. And wouldn't trade it for anything in the world. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you for teaching me and Mom how to load the dishwasher. We still can't get it, but you have to understand we're not as good at doing puzzles as you.
And we're trying. We're trying to get better.
Really hard.
No, really, we think the world of you. We love you, everything about you, your humor.
Thank you for making dinners interesting and cracking jokes, maybe at the wrong time, but they're still needed. We love you. Oh.
Lincoln Pub was just a little tiny hole-in-the-wall bar down on Mercer Street. It's not there now anymore. But like punk bands from all around the world, it was a famous place in Seattle. So punk bands coming from Europe or anywhere else, they wanted to play there at the Lake Union Pub. It's just a shithole of a place. You know, cheap beer, like no stage, no PA, just you're right on the floor. Probably maybe 25 people on the inside or something, like tiny little best times ever in the world. Played with, they had like a show all day long, all weekend long. We played somewhere in the middle of the day. Bands from Japan came there to play, all over the UK, just all over the United States, just coming all day long, go in there and play a half-hour set. We must have had like hundreds of bands coming one after another, just playing. Like awesome time.
What was your biggest show that you played with Bumpin' Uglies?
I think we played, most people, I think we played the Green River College with Black Cabby. There were probably like 6,000 people there again. It doesn't sound like a lot, but it seems like a lot. The stage was huge. That was weird though, because it was like an all-age show, and a lot of people were there to see Black Cabby and some of the other bands. When we got them to play, like thousands of people with their backs to us sitting down, not paying attention to us. Wanted until about the second song before they started standing up and getting into it. And then we made the whole place go riot. Threw ice out at them and water, throw garbage cans off the tops and things. And it got pretty crazy for a while. The stage died.